Welcome, dear listeners, to another peaceful evening together. Thank you for joining me once again on this calming journey into rest and relaxation. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss our soothing bedtime stories. Tonight's story is specially designed to guide you into deep, restful sleep. We'll be taking a gentle voyage through distant worlds and peaceful planets, where time moves slowly and everything is calm. So please, make yourself comfortable, close your eyes, and let your breathing become slow and natural. Our journey tonight takes us beyond the stars, to worlds of wonder and tranquility. Breathe deeply and let yourself drift away. You find yourself standing on a soft, grassy hillside under a twilight sky filled with countless stars. The air is warm and gentle against your skin, carrying the sweet scent of evening flowers that bloom only in this peaceful hour. In the distance, you notice something extraordinary. A shimmering portal of soft blue light, pulsing gently like a calm heartbeat. As you walk slowly toward this magical gateway, your footsteps make no sound on the moss-covered ground. Each step brings a deeper sense of peace, as if the very earth beneath you is designed for comfort and rest. The portal grows larger as you approach, its light warm and inviting, like moonbeams dancing on still water. Without fear or hesitation, you step through the gentle light. The sensation is like being wrapped in the softest silk, weightless and warm. When the light fades, you find yourself on your first distant world. The crystal planet stretches before you in all directions, a landscape of smooth, translucent surfaces that catch and reflect light in the most beautiful ways. The ground beneath your feet is made of polished crystal that feels perfectly warm, neither hot nor cold, just the ideal temperature for comfort. Above you, 3 small suns hang in a lavender sky, casting rainbow patterns across the crystal plains. You begin to walk across this peaceful world, and with each step, the crystals beneath you create the softest musical tones, like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. The sounds blend together into a harmonious melody that seems to slow your heartbeat and deepen your breathing. There is no hurry here, no need to rush or worry about anything at all. In the distance, you see tall crystal formations rising like gentle mountains, their surfaces smooth and rounded by countless years of soft winds. These crystal peaks sparkle with inner light, creating patterns of soft colors that shift and change like the most peaceful aurora. The air smells of clean rain and fresh spring mornings. As you continue your slow journey across the crystal planet, you notice small pools of the clearest water scattered throughout the landscape. Each pool reflects the 3 suns perfectly, creating mirrors of light that dance gently on the surface. You kneel beside one of these peaceful pools and cup the water in your hands. It tastes like the purest mountain spring, cool and refreshing, filling you with a deep sense of calm. The gentle musical tones from your footsteps continue to create a lullaby-like melody as you explore this tranquil world. You discover gardens of crystal flowers that seem to grow naturally from the translucent ground, their petals catching the light and spreading it in soft, colorful patterns all around you. These flowers sway gently in a breeze so mild it feels like a loving touch. Time moves differently here on the crystal planet. Hours could pass, or perhaps only minutes, it doesn't matter at all. You find a comfortable spot beside a cluster of crystal trees whose branches chime softly in the breeze, and you rest for a while, feeling completely safe and at peace. When you're ready to continue your journey, another portal appears before you. This one glowing with soft green light like the gentlest forest clearing. You rise slowly, feeling refreshed and calm, and step through into your next destination. The forest moon welcomes you with the richest, most soothing scent of pine and cedar. You find yourself standing in a grove of the tallest, most magnificent trees you've ever seen. Their trunks so wide that dozens of people holding hands couldn't reach around them. The bark is smooth and warm to the touch, and when you place your palm against it, you can feel the slow, steady pulse of the tree's ancient life. Above you, the canopy stretches so high that it seems to touch the stars themselves. Soft, golden light filters down through the leaves, creating patterns of gentle shadows that dance slowly across the forest floor. The ground is covered with the softest moss you've ever felt, like walking on the most comfortable carpet, cushioning every step you take. As you wander deeper into this peaceful forest, you hear the gentle sounds of a stream somewhere nearby. Following the sound, you walk along winding paths made of smooth stones that seem to have been placed there naturally, each one perfectly positioned for comfortable walking. Small flowers grow between the stones, tiny white blossoms that glow softly with their own inner light, illuminating your path with the gentlest radiance. The stream, when you find it, is the most beautiful sight you could imagine. Clear water flows slowly over smooth river stones, creating the softest babbling sound that mingles perfectly with the whisper of wind through the ancient trees. The water is so clear you can see every pebble on the bottom, and small, colorful fish swim lazily in the gentle current, their movements graceful and unhurried. You sit beside the stream on a fallen log that has been worn smooth by time and weather. The surface is perfectly comfortable, as if it were designed specifically as a place for rest and contemplation. You remove your shoes and dip your feet into the cool water, feeling the gentle current flow around them like a natural massage. The trees around you seem to hum with quiet contentment, their leaves rustling in patterns that sound almost like quiet conversation. You close your eyes and listen to this forest symphony. The stream, the leaves, the distant call of peaceful birds whose songs are more like gentle lullabies than morning calls. In this place, you feel completely connected to the natural rhythm of life. Your breathing matches the slow sway of the branches above. Your heartbeat finds the same peaceful pace as the flowing water. Time here moves like honey, sweet, golden, and perfectly slow. As you rest beside the stream, small creatures begin to appear around you. Gentle rabbits with fur like spun silk hop slowly along the water's edge, showing no fear of your presence. Butterflies with wings that shimmer like stained glass windows float lazily from flower to flower, their flight patterns creating graceful spirals in the golden air. A family of deer approaches the stream to drink, their movements elegant and unhurried. The mother looks at you with large, trusting eyes before lowering her head to the water, and the young fawns play quietly nearby, their games gentle and peaceful. Everything in this forest exists in perfect harmony, each creature and plant part of a greater symphony of peace. When you're ready to continue your journey between worlds, you notice a path leading up a gentle hill. The climb is easy and pleasant, each step bringing you higher among the ancient trees until you reach a clearing where another portal waits. This one glows with soft orange light, warm and welcoming like a cozy fireplace on a winter evening. You step through into a world of endless desert, but this is unlike any desert you've ever imagined. The desert of golden dreams stretches before you, It's sand the color of warm honey and fine enough to feel like silk between your fingers. The temperature is perfect, warm enough to be comfortable, but never hot enough to cause discomfort. Above you, a single sun hangs in a sky the color of deep amber, casting everything in a golden glow that makes the entire landscape shimmer with peaceful beauty. The sand dunes roll gently in all directions, their curves soft and flowing like waves frozen in time. When the wind blows, it carries the faintest scent of vanilla and cinnamon, spices that somehow grow naturally in this magical place. As you walk across the soft sand, your feet sink just slightly with each step, creating a pleasant, cushioned sensation. The sand is warm but never burning, and it seems to massage your feet as you move across the dunes. Behind you, your footprints create a gentle trail that the wind slowly erases, ensuring that this peaceful desert remains unmarked and pristine. In the distance, you see something remarkable, an oasis that appears like a jewel set in the golden landscape. Palm trees with leaves like green silk wave gently in the desert breeze, their fronds creating soft shadows that dance across the sand. As you approach, you can hear the gentle sound of water trickling from a natural spring. The oasis is more beautiful than any garden you've ever seen. The spring feeds a pool of the clearest, most inviting water, surrounded by soft grass that feels like a natural carpet. Date palms heavy with sweet fruit provide shade, and flowering vines create natural curtains that offer privacy and comfort. You settle beside the pool on cushions that seem to have grown naturally from the earth, perfectly shaped for your comfort. The water in the pool is the ideal temperature for refreshing your hands and face, and it tastes sweeter than any water you've ever known. Small fish with scales like jewels swim lazily in the depths, creating ripples that catch the amber sunlight and scatter it in beautiful patterns. The palm fronds above you rustle with the softest sound, like whispered secrets or gentle prayers. The air is filled with the scent of jasmine and other desert flowers that bloom only in these magical oases, their perfume subtle and soothing. You close your eyes and feel the warm desert breeze caress your face, carrying with it all the peace and timelessness of this golden world. Here in the desert of golden dreams, you understand that rest doesn't always mean sleep. Sometimes it means simply being present, allowing yourself to exist without worry or hurry, letting time flow around you like the gentle desert wind. The sun above never sets in this place, but its light is never harsh. It maintains the perfect golden hour feeling that photographers love, when everything is bathed in warm, flattering light. As you rest in the oasis, you notice small desert creatures coming to drink at the pool's edge. Tiny lizards with scales that sparkle like gems bask on the warm stones, their movements slow and deliberate. Desert foxes with fur like spun gold approach carefully, their large eyes reflecting trust and curiosity rather than fear. The peace of this place seeps into your bones, relaxing muscles you didn't even know were tense. Your breathing becomes deeper and more natural, matching the rhythm of the gentle wind that stirs the palm fronds. In this golden desert, you could rest forever, cradled by the warm sand and soothed by the eternal amber light. When you're ready to continue your interplanetary journey, you see yet another portal appearing at the edge of the oasis. This one pulses with soft blue-white light, cool and inviting like moonbeams on snow. You rise slowly, feeling completely refreshed by your time in the golden desert, and step through into a world of ice and wonder. The ice moon greets you with air so clean and pure it seems to sparkle as you breathe. But despite being a world of ice and snow, you feel perfectly warm and comfortable, as if the cold cannot touch you in this magical place. The landscape before you is breathtaking in its pristine beauty. Rolling hills of snow so white it seems to glow with its own light, and ice formations that rise like natural cathedrals toward a sky full of dancing auroras. The snow beneath your feet is soft and powdery, but it doesn't soak through your clothing or chill your skin. Instead, it feels cool and refreshing, like walking on clouds made solid. Each step creates a satisfying crunch that echoes softly across the peaceful landscape, but the sound is muffled and gentle, never harsh or jarring. Above you, curtains of aurora light dance across the star-filled sky in colors you've never seen before. Not just green and blue, but soft pinks, gentle purples, and warm golds that shimmer and flow like silk scarves in a gentle breeze. The lights move slowly, hypnotically, creating patterns that seem designed specifically to calm the mind and soothe the spirit. As you explore this winter wonderland, you discover forests of ice trees, crystalline structures that grew naturally over thousands of years. Their branches delicate as spun glass, but strong enough to support hanging gardens of ice flowers. When the aurora light touches these ice forests, they come alive with color, each crystal branch becoming a prism that splits the light into rainbow cascades. The silence here is profound but not empty. It's filled with the gentle sound of your own breathing, the soft crunch of snow beneath your feet, and the almost musical tinkling of ice crystals touching each other in the breeze. This is the sound of peace itself, the audible expression of perfect tranquility. You find a natural ice formation that serves as a perfect seat, smooth and comfortable despite being made of frozen water. Sitting here, you watch the aurora lights dance overhead, while small Arctic creatures go about their peaceful business around you. White rabbits with fur so thick they look like living snowballs hop slowly through the drifts, and ice foxes with coats that shimmer like starlight play quietly in the distance. The air carries the scent of winter clean, fresh, and invigorating without being harsh. It's the smell of new snow and crisp mornings, of purity and possibility. You breathe deeply, feeling this clean air fill your lungs and refresh your entire being from the inside out. In this world of ice and aurora, you discover hot springs hidden beneath natural ice caves. The contrast is magical, stepping from the snowy landscape into caves where warm, mineral-rich water bubbles up from deep within the planet. The steam from these springs creates a cozy microclimate within the ice caves, and you can relax in the warm water while still admiring the beautiful ice formations surrounding you. The water is perfectly heated, like a natural spa designed by the planet itself. As you soak in the springs, you can see the aurora lights through openings in the cave ceiling, their colors reflecting off the ice walls and creating a light show more beautiful than any earthly theater. Small ice sprites, creatures made of living crystal and starlight, dance around the edges of the hot springs. They're no bigger than butterflies, but they move with grace and purpose, tending to the ice gardens and maintaining the perfect temperature of the springs. They acknowledge your presence with gentle chimes that sound like wind chimes made of the finest crystal. Time in the ice world moves like the aurora lights themselves, flowing, cycling, but never rushing. You could spend hours watching the lights dance overhead, soaking in the warm springs, and listening to the peaceful sounds of this winter paradise. Every moment brings deeper relaxation, as if the very molecules of this place are designed to promote rest and recovery. When you're ready to leave the ice moon, you find a portal that glows with warm, yellow light, the color of summer sunshine and ripe wheat fields. You step through reluctantly, carrying with you the profound peace of the aurora world, and emerge onto a planet that takes your breath away with its simple beauty. The meadow world stretches before you in all directions, endless fields of the softest grass you've ever seen, dotted with wildflowers in every color imaginable. The grass is exactly the right height to brush gently against your ankles as you walk, and it's so soft it feels like walking through a field of feathers. The air here is warm without being hot, with just enough breeze to keep you comfortable and to make the grass and flowers dance gently around you. Above you, a perfect blue sky stretches from horizon to horizon, dotted with clouds so white and fluffy they look like cotton balls scattered by a playful child. The sun is warm on your face but never harsh, maintaining that perfect spring day feeling when the weather is so beautiful you never want to go inside. The flowers scattered throughout the grass create a living carpet of color: red poppies, blue cornflowers, yellow daisies, purple lupins, and dozens of other varieties that don't exist on Earth but are equally beautiful. Each flower seems to have its own gentle fragrance, and together they create a perfume so subtle and perfect that it enhances rather than overwhelms your senses. As you walk through these endless meadows, you discover that this world is home to creatures that embody peace itself. Butterflies the size of small birds flutter lazily from flower to flower, their wings transparent and iridescent, creating tiny rainbows as they fly. Gentle deer graze peacefully in the distance, their movements so graceful they seem to be dancing rather than simply eating. You find a hill that rises gently from the meadow floor, and as you climb its soft slope, you discover a single tree at the top, the most beautiful tree you've ever seen. Its trunk is wide enough to lean against comfortably, its bark smooth and warm to the touch. The branches spread wide overhead, creating a perfect canopy of green leaves that filter the sunlight into patterns of gold and green on the grass below. Beneath this tree, the grass is even softer than in the rest of the meadow, forming a natural bed that cradles your body perfectly as you lie down to rest. The tree's leaves rustle overhead with the gentlest whisper, creating a natural lullaby that seems designed specifically to promote deep, restful sleep. The breeze carries the scent of the meadow flowers mixed with the clean, green smell of grass and leaves. From your resting place beneath the tree, you can see the entire meadow world spread out below you like a living painting. The grasslands roll gently toward the horizon in every direction, broken only by other solitary trees and small streams that wind lazily through the landscape. The streams catch the sunlight and reflect it back like ribbons of liquid silver threading through the green expanse. You close your eyes and let the peace of this place wash over you completely. The grass beneath you feels like the most comfortable bed you've ever known. The tree at your back provides perfect support, and the gentle sounds of the meadow world, the whisper of wind through grass, the distant calls of peaceful birds, the soft humming of insects going about their work, combine to create the perfect natural symphony for rest. In this meadow, you understand that peace isn't just the absence of conflict or stress. It's a positive force, something that can be cultivated and shared, something that grows and spreads like the flowers in these endless fields. You feel this peace taking root in your heart, growing stronger with each breath, each heartbeat, each moment of stillness beneath the welcoming tree. The sun above moves slowly across the sky, but time here doesn't feel like time as you usually experience it. It's more like a gentle river that carries you along without any need for effort or attention on your part. You drift in and out of a state that's not quite sleep but deeper than ordinary waking consciousness, aware but completely relaxed, present but without any need to be anywhere else. Small creatures come to rest near you. Field mice with fur like silk, rabbits with ears like velvet, birds whose songs are softer than whispered lullabies. They're drawn to the peace that surrounds the great tree, understanding instinctively that this is a place of safety and rest for all living things. Their presence makes the place feel even more peaceful, a gathering of all creatures in harmony and mutual trust. When you're ready to continue your journey, though part of you never wants to leave this perfect meadow, you see another portal opening near the base of the hill. This one glows with soft purple light, mysterious and calming like twilight skies or deep ocean depths. You rise slowly from your resting place, feeling refreshed and renewed, and walk down the gentle hill toward your next destination. The ocean world receives you with the sound of gentle waves lapping against a shore of sand so white and fine it looks like powdered pearls. You stand on a beach that stretches as far as you can see in both directions. The sand warm beneath your feet and soft enough to sink into slightly with each step. Before you spreads an ocean of the most beautiful blue-green water, so clear you can see the sandy bottom far out from shore. The waves here are unlike any ocean waves you've ever experienced. They roll in slowly and gently, each one perfectly formed and exactly the right size to create soothing sounds without any violence or aggression. When they reach the shore, they spread across the sand with a soft hissing sound that's more like a whisper than the usual crash of earthly waves. The water is the perfect temperature, warm enough to be inviting, cool enough to be refreshing. You walk into the gentle surf, feeling the soft sand shift beneath your feet and the warm water swirl around your ankles. Small, colorful fish swim fearlessly around your legs, their scales catching the sunlight like tiny mirrors as they dart playfully through the crystal clear water. Above you, the sky is a masterpiece of soft colors, not the harsh blue of midday or the dramatic oranges and reds of sunset, but a gentle blend of pale blues, soft pinks, and warm yellows that seems designed specifically to promote tranquility. Wispy clouds drift slowly overhead, casting moving shadows on the water that create an ever-changing pattern of light and dark across the ocean's surface. As you wade deeper into the warm water, you discover that this ocean is home to the most peaceful sea creatures you could imagine. Dolphins with skin like polished silver swim slowly nearby, their movements graceful and unhurried, occasionally surfacing to breathe with soft puffing sounds that harmonize with the rhythm of the waves. Sea turtles glide through the water like living submarines, their ancient eyes holding depths of wisdom and peace. The ocean floor is visible through the crystal clear water, covered with soft sand and gardens of sea anemones in colors that don't exist in earthly oceans. Soft purples, gentle oranges, warm pinks that sway hypnotically in the gentle current. Schools of tropical fish move like living rainbows through these underwater gardens, their movements synchronized as if they're performing a slow, graceful dance. You float easily in this magical water, your body supported perfectly by the gentle waves. The sensation is like being cradled by the ocean itself, rocked gently back and forth by forces that have no desire except to help you rest and relax. The warm water soaks away any remaining tension from your muscles, and the rhythmic sound of the waves creates a natural meditation that quiets your mind completely. Floating here in the peaceful ocean, you watch clouds drift slowly across the soft-colored sky. The light changes subtly as they pass overhead, creating an ever-shifting display of gentle beauty that never demands attention but rewards it when given. Seabirds fly overhead in lazy spirals, their calls soft and musical rather than harsh, adding another layer to the ocean's natural symphony. The waves carry you gently toward shore and then away again, a natural rhythm that matches your breathing and heartbeat. You don't need to swim or make any effort. The ocean does all the work, supporting you completely and moving you with the ancient rhythm of tides and currents. This is what it means to be truly supported, to be held by forces greater than yourself that wish you nothing but peace and rest. As the day progresses in this timeless ocean world, the sky begins to shift toward evening colors, though the change is so gradual and gentle that you hardly notice it happening. The water remains the same perfect temperature. The waves continue their soothing rhythm, and the sea creatures go about their peaceful business with the same unhurried grace. When you're ready to leave the water, you wade slowly back to shore, feeling refreshed and renewed by your time in the healing ocean. The sand on the beach is still warm from the gentle sun, and you lie down on its soft surface, letting the warmth soak into your back while you watch the eternal dance of waves and shore. Small sandpipers run along the water's edge, their legs moving so quickly they seem to blur, but their overall pace is unhurried and playful. Hermit crabs emerge from tide pools to explore the beach, their movements curious but cautious, adding tiny sounds of shells clicking on sand to the ocean's symphony. The beach stretches endlessly in both directions, but you feel no urge to explore its full length. This spot, right here where you rest on the warm sand with the gentle waves a few feet away, is perfect exactly as it is. You understand that sometimes the most profound journeys happen without moving at all, that peace is found not in seeking but in simply being present with what surrounds you. As evening approaches in this timeless world, another portal appears further up the beach, glowing with warm golden light like the last rays of a perfect sunset. You rise from the sand slowly, brushing the fine grains from your clothes, and walk toward your final destination, carrying with you the deep peace of the ocean world. The garden planet welcomes you into what can only be described as paradise itself. Every plant, every flower, every tree in this world exists in perfect harmony, creating a living masterpiece that feeds all the senses with beauty and peace. The air here is sweet with the fragrance of 1,000 different flowers, but the scents blend together so perfectly that they enhance rather than overwhelm your senses. Pathways of smooth, warm stone wind through gardens that seem to have been designed by artists who understood that beauty and tranquility go hand in hand. Roses climb trellises made of living trees, their blooms larger and more fragrant than any earthly roses, in colors that range from the deepest velvets to the palest pastels. Lavender grows in neat rows alongside the paths, its purple spikes swaying gently and releasing its calming scent with each breath of wind. You walk slowly along these peaceful paths, in no hurry to reach any destination because every step brings new wonders. Fruit trees heavy with perfect, ripe fruit provide shade overhead, and the soft sound of bees gathering nectar creates a gentle humming that adds to the garden's natural music. Butterflies in colors you've never seen before, deep crimsons, brilliant turquoise, soft gold, flutter lazily from bloom to bloom, their flight patterns creating graceful dances in the warm air. Small streams wind through the gardens, their water crystal clear and perfectly clean. The streams are crossed by arched bridges made of stone so old it's worn smooth by countless years of weather and gentle use. From these bridges, you can see fish swimming lazily in the clear water below, their scales catching the dappled sunlight that filters through the overhanging trees. The gardens are filled with peaceful alcoves and quiet corners designed for rest and contemplation. Stone benches worn smooth by time sit beneath arbors covered with flowering vines. creating natural rooms where you can sit and absorb the beauty around you. Each alcove has its own character, some filled with the sound of trickling water, others heavy with the scent of jasmine or honeysuckle, all designed to provide the perfect environment for peaceful reflection. You choose one of these quiet spots, a circular garden surrounded by tall hedges of flowering shrubs, with a fountain in the center whose water falls in gentle cascades over smooth stones. The sound of the fountain is perfectly pitched to promote relaxation, not too loud to be distracting, not so soft as to be lost beneath other garden sounds. You sit on a curved stone bench that fits your body perfectly, as if it were made specifically for you. From this peaceful alcove, you can see the rest of the garden world through gaps in the flowering hedges. Rolling hills covered with wildflower meadows stretch toward the horizon, dotted with groves of fruit trees and crossed by streams that sparkle in the gentle sunlight. The sky above is a soft blue dotted with clouds so perfect they look like they were painted by an artist's brush. The garden is home to the most peaceful creatures you've encountered on your journey. Rabbits with fur like spun silk hop slowly between the flower beds, stopping occasionally to sit in patches of sunlight and groom themselves with careful, deliberate movements. Cats with coats in unusual colors, soft silver, warm cream, gentle lavender, wander through the gardens at their own pace, pausing to smell flowers or nap in comfortable spots they've claimed as their own. Birds with voices like flutes and harps perch in the fruit trees, singing melodies so beautiful and soothing that they seem designed specifically as lullabies for the garden world. Their songs blend with the sound of the fountain, the gentle buzz of bees, and the whisper of wind through leaves to create a natural symphony that promotes the deepest kind of peace. As you sit in this perfect alcove, you feel all the stress and tension of ordinary life melting away completely. Your muscles relax one by one, starting from the top of your head and working slowly down through your neck, shoulders, arms, chest, back, and legs until every part of your body feels completely at ease. Your breathing becomes slower and deeper, matching the gentle rhythm of the fountain and the soft rustle of leaves in the warm breeze. The scent of the garden flowers works its way into your consciousness like a natural aromatherapy treatment. Lavender and chamomile for relaxation, rose and jasmine for peace, mint and eucalyptus for clarity of mind, all blending together in proportions that seem scientifically designed to promote rest and healing. Time in the garden world moves like honey flowing from a spoon, slow, golden, and sweet. You could sit in this alcove forever, watching the play of light and shadow on the fountain's water, listening to the gentle songs of the garden birds, feeling the warm stone of the bench supporting you perfectly. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do except simply exist in this moment of perfect peace. The sun above moves slowly across the garden sky, but its light never becomes harsh or uncomfortable. Instead, it maintains that perfect quality of late afternoon light that photographers call the golden hour, when everything is bathed in warm, flattering illumination that makes even the simplest objects look beautiful. As you rest in the garden, you begin to understand that this journey through distant worlds has been more than just a voyage through space. Each world you've visited represents a different aspect of peace, a different way of finding rest and tranquility in life. The crystal planet showed you the peace that comes from clarity and purity of thought. The forest moon revealed the peace found in connection with nature and the ancient rhythms of growth and rest. The desert of golden dreams taught you that peace can be found even in apparent emptiness, that sometimes the most profound rest comes from simply being present in the moment without needing anything to be different. The ice moon showed you the peace that comes from clarity and stillness, from the quiet that exists in the spaces between thoughts and worries. The meadow world demonstrated the peace that grows naturally when we allow ourselves to simply be, without striving or pushing or trying to make things happen. The ocean world revealed the peace that comes from surrender, from allowing yourself to be supported by forces greater than your individual will. And now, here in the garden planet, you experience the peace that comes from abundance and beauty, from recognizing that life itself is designed to support and nourish you. Every flower, every tree, every creature in this garden exists in harmony with every other, creating a living example of how peace multiplies when it's shared. As the golden light of the garden world begins to shift toward the softer hues of evening, you feel a deep sense of completion settling into your heart. Your journey through the distant worlds has filled you with a peace so profound that it feels like it's become part of your very cells, your breath, your heartbeat. You rise slowly from the stone bench, feeling refreshed and renewed in ways you didn't know were possible. The fountain continues its gentle music, the garden birds maintain their soothing songs, and the flowers release their healing fragrances into the warm air. But now you carry all of this with you. The peace of all the worlds you've visited has become part of who you are. Walking slowly through the garden paths one more time, you notice details you missed before. The way morning glory vines spiral up their supports in perfect mathematical patterns. The way dewdrops on rose petals catch and scatter light like tiny prisms. The way butterflies seem to dance with each other in elaborate aerial choreographies. Each step on the smooth stone paths brings a deeper appreciation for the incredible beauty and peace that surrounds you. You understand now that this garden, like all the worlds you've visited, exists not just in some distant corner of the universe, but within your own heart and mind. The peace you've found here is yours to keep, yours to return to whenever you need rest and renewal. Near the center of the garden planet, you discover a grove of ancient trees whose branches form a natural cathedral. Sunlight filters down through the canopy in shafts of gold and green, creating a sacred space that feels like the heart of peace itself. In the center of this grove grows a single tree unlike any other, its trunk silver white like moonlight, its leaves shimmering with all the colors you've seen in your journey through the distant worlds. You approach this remarkable tree and place your hand on its smooth bark. Immediately, you feel a connection not just to this tree, but to all the worlds you've visited, all the peace you've experienced, all the beauty you've witnessed. The tree seems to pulse gently under your palm, as if it's a living repository of all the tranquility that exists in the universe. As you stand there with your hand on the Tree of Worlds, you feel all the peace from your journey condensing into a single moment of perfect understanding. You realize that peace isn't something you have to search for in distant worlds or exotic locations. It's something that exists within you always, something that can be accessed whenever you remember to breathe deeply, to slow down, to pay attention to the beauty that surrounds you even in ordinary moments. The tree's leaves rustle softly in the garden breeze, and for a moment you could swear you hear echoes of all the sounds from your journey. The crystal chimes of the first world, the gentle stream of the forest moon, the whisper of desert wind, the tinkling of ice crystals, the rustle of meadow grass, the rhythm of ocean waves. All of these sounds blend together into a single perfect note that resonates not just in your ears, but in your entire being. You know that your journey through the distant worlds is coming to an end, but you also know that the peace you've found will travel with you wherever you go. You step back from the tree of worlds and look up through the canopy at the soft sky above, feeling grateful for every moment of tranquility you've experienced. A final portal appears at the edge of the grove, but this one is different from all the others. Instead of glowing with colored light, it shimmers with a soft, rainbow radiance that seems to contain all colors and no colors at the same time. You understand that this portal will take you home, back to your own world, but you'll carry the peace of all the worlds you've visited within your heart. As you walk toward the final portal, you take one last look around the garden planet. The flowers continue to bloom in their perfect beauty. The streams continue to flow with their crystal clear water. The birds continue to sing their peaceful songs. This world will continue to exist in its state of perfect tranquility, and you now know that you can return here anytime you need to, simply by closing your eyes and remembering. You step through the rainbow portal and feel yourself gently returning to your own world, your own bed, your own peaceful resting place. But you don't return empty-handed. You carry with you the crystalline clarity of the first world, the natural wisdom of the forest moon, the patient endurance of the golden desert, the pure stillness of the ice world, the simple contentment of the meadow planet, the flowing surrender of the ocean world, and the abundant beauty of the garden paradise. All of these gifts of peace now live within you, ready to be accessed whenever you need them. When life feels too fast or too harsh, you can remember the slow, gentle rhythm of the crystal chimes. When you feel disconnected or alone, you can recall the ancient wisdom of the forest trees and the trust of the woodland creatures. When you face difficulties or challenges, you can draw on the patient strength of the golden desert and the enduring beauty of the ice world's aurora lights. When you need to remember how to simply be present and content, you can call upon the endless meadows and the welcoming shade of the great tree. When you need to learn how to let go and trust, you can remember floating in the warm ocean waters, supported by forces greater than yourself. And when you need to remember that life is fundamentally abundant and beautiful, you can return in your mind to the garden world where every flower blooms in perfect harmony with every other. Your breathing has become slow and deep, matching the peaceful rhythm of the distant worlds. Your body feels completely relaxed, supported by your bed like you were supported by the crystal ground, the forest moss, the soft sand, the warm snow, the meadow grass, the ocean waves, and the garden bench. Your mind is clear and calm, filled with the beauty and tranquility you've experienced on your journey. As you settle deeper into rest, you know that the peace you found is real and lasting. It doesn't depend on being in some perfect, faraway world. It's something you can access right here, right now, in your own life and your own heart. The distant worlds exist within you, and you can visit them anytime you need to remember what true peace feels like. Let your eyes remain gently closed, let your breathing stay slow and natural, and let the peace of all the worlds you've visited settle into your bones, your muscles, your heart, and your dreams. You are safe, you are peaceful, you are exactly where you need to be. The journey through distant worlds is complete, but the peace continues. Rest now in the knowledge that tranquility is your birthright, that peace is always available to you, that the beauty and calm you've experienced tonight will stay with you always. Sleep well, peaceful traveler, and carry the gifts of the distant worlds into your dreams and into tomorrow. The universe wishes you nothing but rest, peace, and the deepest, most restorative sleep. Sweet dreams.